Sir, is that my screen visible?
No, pa. It's not visible.
Sir, now?
Ah, now it is visible. Now it is visible. Now is not visible. Sonika, share the screen and do the presentation. Sonika, hello.
Sir, 10 minutes, sir.
Okay. Okay, dear. Okay, dear students. Okay, after this my presentation, Sonika will give the presentation about the presentations. Okay, she asking 10 minutes time to do the presentation. Okay, within that 10 minutes, we should go for the what is there, what are the contents are there in the next module number 4. Okay. See, in the previous class also, we are just I'm giving the brief discussion about the embedded system design concepts. as well as okay, and also we are given some presentation, means we tell them to give the some presentation, because if you it is helps to your future also, okay, in regarding the placement also, in regard taken the consideration of your next year presentations. Okay, now you are given the now what presentation should give the presentation, that will be help for your the career also. Okay, see, we should give some important things. Okay, if you take any topic, means uh, just to give the brief introductions today, means this semester just should give the brief introduction, otherwise you give the in depth also, no issues about that one. But now only you should try to practice that how to give the presentation and everything else, because in next semester it is very easy for you people, because you have a lot of seminars are there. Okay, technical seminars are there 2 to 3 times. Again, project phase presentation will be there 2 to 3 times. Again, internship presentations will be there 2 to 3 times. Okay, because individual presentation also will be there, and then team wise presentation also will be there. That's why this is one platform we have provided, we are given for you people to give the presentations. Okay, now it is free. Now it is means what is that? Now we are do the presentation. If any fault, anything ಏನಾರು ಇದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ಅದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಐ ಆಮ್ ಗಿವಿಂಗ್ ದ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದ ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಕ್ಲಾಸ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆನ್ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್. Okay, only 3 students are given in the previous yesterday, 3 or 4, and today she will give. That is Sonika. She will give. After that, anyone you can come and do the presentations. Okay. Okay. This is a open this is a open platform we have given for giving the presentations. Okay. Then after that, we have moved on to the next model. See, IA as usual. IA will be there in the next week. The portion I told you people, for 15 as well as the 70 skip students, there's a 1.5 modules will be there. Okay, from the second part of the second model, and then third model full will be there. Totally 1.5 modules will be there. Okay, be means be prepared for these contents. Okay, again, some students are not paid the fees. They will give the some extension of time. Okay, that also have been given the time also. Okay, within that within that particular time, you should pay the remaining fees. Okay, that's the last chance for you given people. And then now today we're going to discuss about the embedded system design concept. Okay, in this we are discussing the characteristics. Characteristics means how to analyze the things. Okay, how to analyze the things. Suppose if you go for taken any one project. Okay, okay, how you analyzing this project is working or not. Okay, based on this some variables. By varying some parameters, then we'll get some output. Okay, that the same thing here also we are we can go the for quality attributions. Okay, for improving the quality, we are doing some character analysis. Character. Suppose you take an example for any switches. Okay, like diodes, how it is working. Okay, how you know that the characteristics of that particular diode means based on the VI characteristics. Voltage and current will be varied to what happened in the devices, and again we draw the some characteristic equations or some characters based on the equation. Also, you can analyze the things behavior of that particular devices. Here also in the module 4 also we are analyzing the behavior of the embedded systems. Okay, that is called as the characteristics and then quality attributes of embedded system. And these characteristics of embedded system are different from those of general purpose computers. Okay, we have a lot of differences will be there. Okay, compared to the general purpose computer as well as your embedded system, you can difference the characteristics and also so the quality matrix. Quality means how the performance will be improved. Okay, we also compare the for efficiency and performance of these both the systems. And also this chapter is gives the brief introduction on the characteristics of the embedded systems and attributes. Okay, that are associated with the qualities. Okay, how we improving the quality, what are the attributes should be that are be associated with this implementing the quality. Okay, that's thing we are discussing this in this module. Okay, the heading. Okay, the presentation is visible, dear students.
No, sir.
Okay.
Now it's
Now,
visible, sir.
now we are directly moved to the what is the characteristics and the quality attributes of the embedded system. See, these are some of the following, some of the characteristics of an embedded system that make it different from a general purpose system. Okay, the first one is the application and domain specification, reactive and real time, and operation in harvest, harsh environment. Harsh environment, difficult environment, how the operation will be going on. Okay, and distribution system, and small size and wide, and then finally the power concerns. Okay, see the embedded system process certain specific characteristics. Okay, these characteristics are unique to each embedded system, and these are some of the important characteristics. Our first one is the application and domain specific, and second is the reactive and real time. Okay, and third one is the operate and functioning in a RS environment, and distributed, how the distributed system, and what is the size and weight. That's also very important in the embedded system, size and weight. Okay, the small size and weight also, and one of the most important things, power concerns, because all the sensors, all the actuators, and then including the processors having some power. Okay, how you are to managing the power for all the system? Okay, how much of power is required to operating that particular components? Okay, that's why this is also very important. Power concerns very important. Suppose if you go for any remote area, if you want, suppose you go for any hilly area or some remote area, there's no electricity, means electricity is not there. How you are generating the power for the particular components? Because we are in suppose if you want to consider one project, there's a environmental monitoring system in the some other remote area or some hilly area, or you can some near to the dam. Okay, where the rainfalls will be more, that time that we have to deploy the sensors. Okay, okay, if you go for there, that kind of remote areas, okay, you can deploy the systems. Okay, then how it is working means through the power, because how you generating the power supply for all these equipments, because see the input will be there somewhere. Okay, the actuator will be there somewhere, and then the main processing units will be somewhere, slavers will be somewhere. How you communicated? You are using some communication device, but we need some power. Correct, no? That power, how you generated? So that's the called as a concerns. Concern is nothing but concern. Concern means how you achieving these kind, means how you managing the power for all those sensors, inputs, outputs, and the main part of the heart of the processor embedded system. Okay, and then these are the characteristics we have studies in this embedded system based on the application and domain specification. Again, reactive and real time operation, operating in harsh environment. Okay, distributed, small size and wide, and power consumption. Okay, you go one by one. We'll go one by one. Next is the application and domain specification. See, initially I told you people the embedded system will do a specific task, a specific application only. Okay, in general definition of the embedded system is combining all these three main components. One is the hardware, software, and then mechanical, and they do some specific work, a specific task only. For that purpose, we are using the embedded system. Example I am given in the previous last previous class also. Like example, washing machine, or fridge, or TV, anything else, one small turning and turning of the switch also, they do the some specific work. Okay, that will be that things will be controlled by remotely, or that will be controlled by manually. Okay, yeah. Coming to this application domain specific, each embedded systems has a certain function to perform, and they are developed in such a manner to do the intended function only. Intended is nothing but specific. Okay, see, general purpose computer is not a specific. Okay, we can install any kind of a software. We can install any kind of simulation softwares. We can run the system. We can run the different types of applications also. It's not a specific. That's a general purpose. Okay. Here in the embedded system is this two manner to intend the function only, the specific function only. Okay, they cannot be used for any other purpose. Okay, once you are installing that things, installing the program, you can't change that program. Okay, we can use some different type kind of memory, we can change it, but the function only can do that particular, because all the inputs, all the sensor are deployed for the particular work only. Okay, that's why they cannot use for the general purpose or any other purpose. See, they given for so many examples are given here. The embedded control unit of microwave oven cannot be replaced with an air conditioner. Correct? No, microwave means There is a one function, specific function is given. Okay, the embedded system is nothing but they will means that coil should be heated some particular time, after it will be off. Okay, the same functions, the same future cannot be applied for the air condition, because air condition has a different function. Okay, different function, different types of the programs are used to turn on the to check the real time temperature and set the temperature. Based on the temperature variation, we can get the cooling effect. Okay, that's a different case. Okay, that particular embedded system is for the air condition, and then microwave. That kind of that process, that components we cannot use for the this one was the air condition embedded system. Okay, that control characteristic will be different, and this microwave characteristic will be different. Okay, this one is the example is given here. Okay, for example, the embedded system control unit of micro oven cannot be replaced with the an air condition embedded control unit. Okay, that's a different. Okay, that is a heating effect. Okay, if suppose you have every home there is a micro oven will be there. Okay, just you have to turn on. Okay, just you turn on that. Okay, turn on, it will be get heated. After some time, based on the temperature, heating temperature, it will be cut off. Okay, for heating application, microwave are using. Okay, like that, for heating application, we can for that particular purpose we have written the code, and we have deployed the sensors, and will deploy the actuators. Okay, similarly in the air condition also there is a different working conditions. That's why this embedded system used only a specific task or specific application only, that cannot be used for the general purpose. Okay, and also an embedded control unit developed for a particular domain, say telecom, cannot be replaced with another control unit designed to serve another domain like a customer electronics. Okay, see telecom sector also they can use. Okay, this telecom sector components we can't use for the some other control purpose. We can't use it. Okay, that's why for a control unit for any embedded system to develop for a particular domain, like say telecom, cannot be replaced with another control unit designed to serve the another domain like extra like customer. Means we can't change it. Okay, it is that particular embedded system will be designed for their telecommunication, means then it used for the telecommunication. That system you cannot replace with the other applications. Okay, that's why the name itself they will tell application and domain specific. Okay, based on the application and based on the domain specification, the embedded system will be designed. Okay, clear about this one? Any doubt regarding this? Say yes or no. Hello, it is audible now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, that is called as the application domain specific. And second one, okay, the second one is the real time and reactive. Okay, see if you want one more example, means the embedded system actually in the application domain specific, and embedded system is designed for a specific purpose only. It will do it will not do any other task. Okay, only certain tasks will be done. Okay, the next one is the next important parameters. There's a characteristics of embedded system. There's a reactive and real time. Okay, in the reactive, the embedded system are in constant interactions with a real world through sensor and user defined input devices which are connected to the input port of the system. Any changes happening in the real world, that is called some events. We can call as the events. Are okay. That thing will be captured by the sensor. Okay, sensor are the input devices in real time, and the control algorithm running inside the unit reacts in a designed manner to bring the controlled output variable to the desired level. See, it means that see how the processor will be activated, how the process will be controlled. Okay, you do some specific. Okay, you can turn on. If you can, suppose you can take an example for turning and turning off your water pump. Okay, there's a bore well. Okay, in agriculture purpose, there's a bore wells. Some are means bore wells are used for irrigation purpose. Okay, suppose if the land will be wet, the bore will be, suppose you can design any one embedded system in the particular area, in the particular agricultural area. Suppose the land, okay, the agricultural land will be wet is nothing but uh, wet indication means you can turn off the bore well. If it is dry means you can turn on the bore well. Okay, why you turn off the bore well means to give the some water for the agriculture land. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ನೀರು ಬಿಡ್ಬೇಕಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ಗೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನಪ್ಪಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ಒಂದು ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮಿಂಗ್ ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಸಿಂಪಲ್ ಪ್ರಾಜೆಕ್ಟ್. ಹೆಂಗಂದ್ರೆ ಒಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅಲ್ಲೊಂದು ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವೊಂದು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹ್ಯುಮಿಡಿಟಿ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ವಾಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿಸ್ ಹ್ಯುಮಿಡಿಟಿ ಆರ್ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಆರ್ water sensor? Okay, they will check the moisture content of the that particular area. Agriculture and ಎಷ್ಟು moisture ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನ ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ moisture sensor. Otherwise the humidity, they check the water, the evaporating condition for the particular area, temperature, then what is the exact temperature for that particular agriculture land. Like that they will deploy some sensor for all in the sides of the all the corner of the agricultural land. Okay, based on that your system will be work. Okay, what is your system means, if the moisture sensor will be detect drying is nothing but the water means the bore will be turned on, the water will be pumped to the agriculture land. Okay, see here the reactive and real time. Reactive means based on the input signal it will be activated. Real time means every time or every event. Okay, the sensor, what are the sensor we are deployed in the agriculture land, they will take the informations. Okay, suppose if you take an example, we are deployed some sensor, moisture sensor for all the corner of the agriculture land. Okay, it means if suppose the moisture sensor will be detect if please hold on a minute. Hello. See what happened. We are deployed some of the moisture sensor for all the corner of the agriculture land. Suppose the moisture sensor will be the sensing the value below the threshold value. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ moisture content ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, that moisture sensor will be sense the real time value and send to the main processors. Okay, the main processor, this is a master unit. Okay, that processor will be drive the actuators based on the control input, based on the control signals ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ, the moisture will be very less ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕಳ್ಸಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸರ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ, ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ನ ಆಕ್ಟಿವ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಸಪೋಸ್ ದಟ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ, ಓಕೆ, we have set the some threshold value. Okay, the moisture content ಇದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ, okay, we have fixed on threshold value, we can turn off the motor. This is a water pump motor. If it is moisture lessons ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇತ್ತು ಅಂದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, turn on the motor to. Okay, like that we should mention some threshold value for the particular sensor. Suppose those particular sensor, they're sensing the signals and send to the microcontrollers. The microcontroller will be microcontroller to analyze the things. Okay, if it is below threshold or above the threshold, based on that they will send the output, send the signal to the pump, water pump. The pump will be, based on the signals, the pump will be turned on, turned off. Okay, see in this case, in this example, we can see we can activating the output, and also during the same time we can monitoring the real time values. Okay, based on the real time values, the system will be activated. There is a called as reactive and real time. Okay, that's why See, the embedded system are in a constant interactions with a real-time mode. Constant is nothing but what? Only how many sensors are deployed in the particular system. Only that input you are taken from that input will be taken. Okay, taken from those sensors and to the controllers. That's called as a constant interactions. Okay, with the real world through the sensor and user defined input devices which are connected to the input port of the system. It means that all the sensor should be connected to the input port, and any changes will be happening in the real world. It is nothing but any variation in the input signals. Okay, then immediately what happened? The control algorithm running inside the processor and react the design manners to bring the control output variable to the desired level. Okay, if suppose in that particular example, if there is any variation in the moisture content, immediately the controller take the necessary action to turn on and turn off the motor. Okay, see, turn on and turn off the motor is that is your output variables. Okay, and then embedded system produce the changes in output in response to the changes in output input. Okay, the embedded system produces the changes in output based on the based on the input signals. The system will be changes the output. Okay, in response to the changes in input. Okay, based on that again will be the input will be changed. Okay, that's called as a real-time monitoring system. Okay, so they are generally referred as a reactive system. Okay, reactivate. Okay, suppose again the output will be turned on. Again, the this moisture sensor will be continuously checking the sense moisture content in the particular ground or area. If it is again will be below above the above that threshold value means it goes to controller. Control will be activated. Means controller gives the signal to the motor to turn on turn off. So that means there's a reactive. Reactive is nothing but it may be event or it may be a time triggering. Event triggering. Okay, or it may be time triggering. Time triggering means every 5 seconds will be turned on means it will be turned on. Event is nothing but if the again will be goes to behind that or above or below the threshold value. Okay, based on that event again will be turned on. Okay, that is called as a reactive and real time. Clear? ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆಯಾ? ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬೇಕಾ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಕನ್ನಡ? ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಇನ್ನೊಂದ್ಸಲ ಹೆಂಗೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈಗ ನೀವೊಂದು ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ನ ನೀವೊಂದು ಅಗ್ರಿಕಲ್ಚರ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನೀವು ಡಿಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ, ಅದು ಇನ್ಪುಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ಗೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಇದು ಕಂಟ್ರೋಲರ್ಗೆ ಇನ್ಪುಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಮತ್ತೆ ಔಟ್ಪುಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬೇಸ್ಡ್ ಆನ್ ದಿ ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ಸಿಗ್ನಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಬೋರ್ವೆಲ್ ಆಫ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ಬೇಕು. ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮಾಯಿಶ್ಚರ್ ಕಂಟೆಂಟ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ಗ್ರೌಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಲ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮೋಟರ್ ಟರ್ನ್ ಆನ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಇದು ಒಂದು ಫಂಕ್ಷನ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. Okay, here ಏನಾಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ the sensor, the input, that the moisture sensor will be continuously monitoring the values. Correct? Now that is called real time. Okay, if suppose the moisture sensor detected the moisture content in the ground is very less or nil means immediately send the signal to the controller. Control will be turn means the controller will be turn on the motor. Okay, motor turn on ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ. Again ಏನು ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ? Suppose again they will continuously checking that things. Okay, again the moisture content will be above the, there will be more in the particular ground or land means again will send the signals. Then the output control will be sent to the signal to turn off the motors. Okay, there's a active and reactive. Again the based on the real time values the motor will be turn on turn off. That is called the means how to turn on and turn off this motor means based on the event triggering. Event trigger means checking the real values. That's called the event triggering. Okay, for every event they will take the action. Okay, to turn on turn off the motors. Okay, that's the definition of the reactive and then reactive and active, reactive and real time systems. Okay, this is one type of Cat6 we had studies in this embedded system. And also in the initially in the first class, in the starting the class of the embedded system also we are classified into different category. Okay, like the first one, what is the application of specific domain based on embedded system will be there. Again based on the reactive and reactive means again we have to trigger the system. The same system again once again it should be triggered with the time slots or with a event. Okay. There's a one type of categorized, one type of the different types of the embedded system. Okay. Here also, how to how to analyze this the behavior of this embedded system is through this also active and real time. Okay. Any doubt regarding this? Any doubt? Say yes or no.
No doubt, sir.
Okay. Then the third one is what? Operation in harsh environment. Okay. Difficult environment ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ ನಾವು ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋಣ ಈಗ. Okay. See, same thing. They have given some more example for the real-time operation. Means reactive and real-time. Real-time system operation means the timing behavior of the system should be deterministic. The system should be respond a request, a task in known as amount of time. The real-time system should not be miss any deadlines for a task or operation. It is not necessary that all embedded system should be real-time in operation. And embedded system application or system which are mission critical, like flight control system, anti-clock means ABS, anti-clock braking system, are the example for real-time systems. Okay, real-time. The next third one is very important. There's the operates in a harsh environment. Harsh is something difficult environmentally. How ತರ ನಿಮ್ಮ embedded system work ಮಾಡುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು. Okay, that's a one way of to analyzing the behavior of an embedded system. Okay. Coming to the third important, there's a operates in means operate is nothing but working in. Okay, or functioning in harsh environment. Okay, the environment in which the embedded system deployed may be a dust, one or high temperature zone, or area subject to vibration and shock. Okay, and the difficulties anta ಎಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. Suppose you can take an example, nuclear power plant. Okay, ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ವಾ. ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಪವರ್ ಪ್ಲಾಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇದೆ ಅನ್ನೋದು ನಾವು ಹೋಗಿ ನೋಡೋದಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್. ಇನ್ ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಟು ಸಮ್ 20 or 40,000 degrees centigrade temperature be generated based on your fusion reactions. Okay, in that particular reactors we should measuring the temperature, means that is a hard conditions. Okay, there is a harsh environment. Okay, you should measure the what is the exact temperature, because that reactor will be built for some temperature. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ reactors ನಾವು ಯಾವ ತರ built ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಕ್ಲೀನ್ ಆಗಿ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಗೋ ಫಾರ್ behind that, above that particular temperature, means the reactor will be blast. Okay, otherwise one more example you take an example is a boiler. Okay, boiler also. Okay, if you go above that threshold or what happen, the boiler will be exposed. Okay, in that that is a one very hard environment, the harsh environment. You should measure the what is the temperature inside the nuclear reactor or inside the boiler. Okay, clear? That is the harsh environment. This is a hard environment. We should measure the values inside that particular vessel or in particular of nuclear reactors or in particular boiler. That's I'm giving the example here. Okay, ಅಂತ ಜಾಗದಲ್ಲಿ ಅದು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಎಂಬೆಡೆಡ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಯಾವ ತರ ಆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅನ್ನೋದ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಸ್ಟಡೀಸ್. ಓಕೆ, the environment in which embedded system deployed may be a dusty, okay, one, or high temperature zone, or subject to vibration and shock. The system placed in such area should be capable to withstand all these adverse operating conditions. Means your system, what your embedded system should be capable to withstand the all these adverse operating condition. The design should be take care of the operating conditions of the area where the system is going to implement. Okay, before implementing this, you should analyze in the things. Okay, area analyzation means suppose you take a boiler. Okay, what is the maximum temperature, what is the minimum temperature, what the capacity is. Okay, where you should place the temperature sensor, how many layer should be coated, how much protection we should give for that, how you scaling the temperatures. Okay, that should be that thing should be reviewed. and you should also design the proper operating condition of this particular area before going to the implementing the embedded system. Okay. For example, they've given example. For example, if the system is needs to be deployed in high temperature zone, okay, then all the components are used in the system should be high temperature grade. Okay, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಸೆನ್ಸ್ ನ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಾದಾಗ ಯಾವ ತರ ನಾವು ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ ತಗೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತ. ಪ್ರಿಕಾಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ನಥಿಂಗ್ ಬಟ್ that system, your system should also build with to sustain that particular temperature. That's why use that kind of materials to prepare to design that particular system. Okay, there's a one example here given here. And also proper shock observation techniques should be provided to system which are going to be commissioned in the place subject to eye shock. Similarly, for shocking case, okay, there should be withstand that particular shock also. So this is an example given for this operating or working in harsh environment. And power supply fluctuation, corrosion, and componenting, aging, etc. are the other factors that are need to be taken into consideration for the embedded system to work in the harsh environment. Okay, suppose there is a in harsh environment very difficult to give the power supply for the particular sensors, and also we should deploy somewhere means that should be protect with some environmental conditions. Okay, like corrosion ಆಗ್ಬಾರ್ದು ಆ ತರ. ಓಕೆ, ಸಮ್ ರಿಯಾಕ್ಷನ್ಗಳು ಆಗ್ದಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಯಾವ ತರ ಕಾಂಪೊನೆಂಟ್ ಮೇಡ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೂ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, you should have taken all these considerations for embedded system to work the harsh environment. Suppose if you take one more example, if you want to detect the what is the rainfalls. Okay, rainfall ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತಿದೆ ಅಂತ ನೀವು ಡಿಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ rainfalls as this ರೈನ್ಫಾಲ್ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ನ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೆಲ್ಲಿ ಪ್ಲೇಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಏನ್ ಮನೇಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದ್ರ ಸಿಟಿಲಿ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಾ? ಇಲ್ಲ. ದಟ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಏರಿಯಾದಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಡೆಪ್ಲಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ಬೇಕಾದ ಪವರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಫ್ಲಕ್ಚುಯೇಷನ್, ಪವರ್ ಸಪ್ಲೈ ಹೆಂಗೆ ನೀವು ಕೊಡ್ತೀರಾ, ಮತ್ತೆ ಆ ಸೆನ್ಸರ್ ನಾವು ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ ಎಷ್ಟೋ ದಿನ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಅಲ್ಲೇ ಇರ್ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಯು ಶುಡ್ ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ಪ್ರೊಟೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಇಂದ, otherwise some corrosions ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, some chemical reaction, because environmentally we have some different types of chemical gases will be there. Okay, how you protect those that your system from those environmental hazards, like as corrosion ಆಗ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, ನೀರಲ್ಲೇ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಕಡೆ, ನೀರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? corrosion ಆಗುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ, ತುಕ್ಕು ಹಿಡಿಯುತ್ತಲ್ವಾ. Okay, how to protect that one. Okay, that's why you should take consideration of these things before implementing those sensors in the harsh environment. Okay, clear? Okay, any doubt regarding this? Any doubt?
No doubt, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, Sonika, present ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಅಂದ್ರೆ?
Yes, sir.
Okay, ನಾನು ಸ್ಟಾಪ್ ಪ್ರೆಸೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ, ನೀವು ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ರಿ. Okay?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Now you share the slide and do the presentation. Start the presentation.
Sir, is that
Yeah, it is visible. It is visible. Okay, start the presentation.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, sir. Myself, Sonika and Prasad. I'm going to present on real-time application of embedded system under the guidelines and internal guide, Professor Arjun Kumar GB, sir, Assistant Professor, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Sri Venkateshwara College of Bangalore. Table of contents. Introduction, Design and Fundamentals, Types of Embedded System, Real-Time Application Examples, Embedded System in Digital Camera, Embedded System to Control Street Light, Embedded System in Washing Machine, Embedded System for Industrial Temperature Control, Embedded System for Calculator. Introduction. Embedded system application in daily lives. What is embedded system? Generally, a real-time embedded system is an application that complements a critical certain task and process specific performance or usage of the operation. Nowadays, many of the computers are embedded and they are found in game, medical equipment, mobiles, machine manufacturing, and white goods. Usually, this system are intended to run into the specific desires of their users. Embedded system can be defined as a computer or electronic system that is specifically designed and configured to control and access the data in electronic based system. We can find this embedded system application example in our daily lives. Applicants and devices such as a printer, etc. ARM Cortex, FPGAs, microprocessor, ASICs, and DSPs are example for a single chip microcontroller that compares an embedded system. Embedded system based projects are capable of multitasking and can interact with several other networks and devices. Next topic, design and fundamental. Usually, an embedded system comprises of both hardware and software. That is, it's composed of hardware, circuitry, and software programming system. Additionally, it has several blocks like circuit, processor, timer, and port. Generally, the hardware re- requirement of the embedded system projects rest on the particular project model. Some of the common equipment are central processing unit, counters, power supply circuits, timers, parallel and serial communication ports, oscillation circuit, and memory devices. The set of directive written in programming language like C, C++, Java consumes programming software of Kill compiler, LabVIEW, and so on are termed as programs. To mention that there are multiple instruction set for each program that stores in microcontroller and perform the several tasks in hardware and software. Next topic. Types of embedded system. Embedded system based on usage and functional requirements, real-time, standard alone, networked, mobile. Embedded system based on microcontroller performance are small scale, medium scale, sophisticated embedded system. Next topic, real-time application example. The embedded system has a varieties of application domains. It ranges from low cost to high entertainment device entertainment device to industrial equipment. Generally, a real-time embedded system is an application that computes a certain task and process specific performance or usage of the operation. Nowadays, many of the computers are embedded and they are found in games, console, medical equipments, mobiles, machines, manufacturing, and white goods. Next topic, embedded systems in digital camera. The camera which we use today is a perfect example of embedded system design and it has a lot of smart features. We can store and process lot of images in the form of digital data in bits, which was not possible in the early stages. Also, we don't require now to have filmed for storing images. The latest technology has increased the storage capacity of and made it easy to transfer. Embedded system to control street lights. The primary purpose of this system to capture and sync the movement of any vehicle and switches the light accordingly. The PC's controls has been programmed by using embedded C or embedded language. It captures all the vehicle movement, changes the color of lights and switch off and on according to the movements. Embedded system in washing machine. You can see the diagram over there, washing machine. Washing clothes has become an easy task with embedded system software. Just put the clothes on the machine itself will do the rest of the operations. Machine control sensor and actuator level control motor will do their work and display the related information. The entire washing cycle gets controlled by the machine's embedded system software itself, and a person needs to press start, end, hot, and warm buttons. The whole procedure and the timing get controlled by a microcontroller program. For adding the water, the closing and opening of a valve, which we check through a level sensor controlled by a microcontroller such as PIC control. During the spinning cycle, the drum automatically rotates for a set time. The timing for every period can be changed by keypad. Next topic, embedded system industrial temperature control. This embedded system software is designed in such a way to control the temperature of any particular devices according to the necessities. It has a LED display for temperature in the range of minus 550 degrees Celsius to plus 125 degrees Celsius. The embedded system software has a microcontroller to control all its functionalities. Next slide. Embedded system for calculators. The calculator is an excellent example of real-time embedded applications. Also, it is one of the prime example of embedded system software. In this, the function takes command from the keypad to perform the required operation and display the return on the screen. Calculator embedded system design as a high performance processor in both scientific calculator and the standard calculator. Calculator can perform complex mathematical calculation. Scientific calculations are much more advanced than standard calculator because of their highly integrated embedded systems. Next slide. Thank you.
Okay, very good presentation, Sonika. Keep it up. Good presentations. Okay.
Thank you,
Like
sir.
that, at least you should do like this means it is up to your future only. Okay. It is very easy
Thank
to
you, sir.
do the presentation the next time also. Okay. Initially is okay, good only. Okay. Again, you go for the next. Next time again, can I go the next time we can go give the presentation. Again, we have to some improved will be there. Okay. Like that. That's why I'm telling you to everyone. Everyone should give the presentation, at least one on topic. Okay. Okay, dear student. Okay, today we'll stop here. We'll continue the next class. Okay. Again, those who are not giving the presentation, you prepare for the presentation after IA. Okay. After next week, again you have IA now. 3 days IA will be there. After again we come back to the class now. During that particular time, you can prepare any one topic and do the presentation. Okay. Clear? Okay, dear student. Today we'll stop here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you,
Thank
sir.
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.